Hey everyone, welcome to the dating profile. Today we're here to talk about how to get out of the friend zone. So let's get right into that topic for today. So what is it here? Get out of the friend zone. All right, how do we do that? Um, okay. First of all, we're going to do a little background on this, and the very first thing we're going to talk about is something that is near and dear to my heart. But no, it's touching. Okay, I better not capitalize that. Touching. Okay, so friendly touching. All right. Oops. Okay. So what do I mean by friendly touching? So it's just like when you're around your guy friends, when you first meet a girl, what you want to do is you want to touch more. Okay. I see a lot of guys like when they first approach a girl, they like especially my friends, they don't touch at all. They just simply keep to themselves. They're like off, like, oh hey, hi, my name's Bob. They're just not getting into it, and they're not touching. I'm just putting it very simply to you. Touch more. Okay, try to touch like I'd say 3 times more than you normally would. Okay, that means if you touch like none, then touch 3 times. Just when you're out around a girl next time, just start giving her a little tap on the arm, a little squeeze on the shoulder, a little something, uh, playful, something friendly, give her a little kick with your foot, like nudge her with your toe, like on the side of the leg, don't play footsies, but just like give a little like how a tap, hey, I'm here, you want to do this as much as possible because what this does is it just also establishes something called an anchor. All right, this thing is called an anchor, and what an anchor is, it's kind of like um, it's really just kind of like a cue that you're establishing with someone. So when she sees you next time, and you're also that same way, and you give her a little touch, she's going to remember the time before, kind of like just from muscle memory almost. She's going to kind of think, oh my gosh, yeah, I had such a great time last time, and so this is also going to kind of build attraction to you. Okay, so you obviously that's what you want. You want women attracted to you. So um, so touch more, and what that touch is is anchor, and look that up. Okay, if you want to learn more about anchoring, okay, look up anchoring and learn more about anchoring. It's real. Okay, so the other thing it does is it really kind of pulls you into like a more physical relationship, right? You're trying to get into a physical relationship probably, so what you want to do is start it. Just think about it. One thing leads to another. Okay, a little touch, here and there. Okay, she's going to get used to that. You're going to get some nice anchoring going on. Um, and don't think too much about that, but it's just, you just want to touch a lot, okay? All right, so that's a great way to really kind of, cut through and get her used to being touched by you. I mean, it's important, okay? The second thing that I've noticed a lot is is just, people that skip, they skip over the attraction period. Okay, I'll say that again. They skip over the attraction period, or this attraction time where, you first meet this girl, and there's this tiny little spark that you feel, a little chemistry happening, and she's attracted, and then what happens is they just stop get building attraction. Okay, they don't even think about it. They're just so excited that all of a sudden they start to like go into a rapport kind of thing. They skip over the attraction period and building rapport too early. Okay? There's a lot of reasons why we do this. Now, I'm not going to get into all those reasons right now. Maybe I'll make another video and talk about, why are you building rapport and so on, but that's just for a later stage, okay? You want to build this attraction, all right, and keep building it, building it until you've kind of hit this point. Hit all the cues, okay, that you've learned about and that you've like studied about really with women, and you know that she's totally into it, okay? And then that's when you start to build some rapport. Okay, think about it. Like, if you've ever had like a longer relationship, like a 6-month, year-long relationship, okay, you probably had this relationship. You build up some attraction. She was attracted. You guys were like having sex every day or something. You're just going nuts. It was just awesome. Okay, you guys were like attracted, and then it started to get serious. You started to build rapport. Okay, and then you were way up here though, and you started to build rapport, and then this rapport was happening, and you guys were being such great friends, and and then you start to do things in this period over here with this girl that you've kind of like maybe, she's kind of like fallen in love with you or something like that. But anyway, you've got a longer relationship going, and you're not attracting anymore. Now you're just kind of maintaining and doing these things that now are teaching you to kind of do these things with other women that aren't, they're not building any kind of attraction. They're putting you straight in the friend zone. You're acting like this kind of like henpecked guy, that they just know exactly what you're going to do at any moment because you're just like this guy that's always there. You don't want to be this guy that's always there. Your friends are always there. Okay, you want her to think you're this kind of like flirty, fun, cool guy. Okay, you don't want to be this guy that's there for all the time. Okay, not yet. Okay, that's for later. That's for like when you're actually building a relationship with somebody. Right now we're just trying to have fun. Okay, so just think about that. Have fun. Like, seriously, there's nothing else I can say. Have fun. Okay. So I'll just like have fun. All right. So you're doing the touching, and you're building up attraction. You're not trying to be serious yet. You're not having just any deep discussions. Okay. And so that's a great base to build off of. Okay. So that's like your friend zone defense. Against it. You're really like building this defense of keeping out of the friend zone as long as possible. Okay. Because now this are also, you can put relationship there. Get out of the relationship zone. Like where, it's you're not supposed to be there yet. Just think about it like that. You're going way too far ahead. Okay. All right. Next thing I want to discuss is now exactly how do you get out of the friend zone? And my answer is build value. Just build value in yourself. Okay. Build value. How do you do that? How do you build value in terms of females and women? Okay, you build value by getting other women attracted to you and letting her see that other women are attracted to you. So think about that a little bit. The more women that you can get either appearing to be attracted to you or to actually be attracted to you, and this other girl can see that, she's going to add value. So think about that and about getting out of the friend zone. So you're going to build value by building attraction in other people towards you. So that's kind of weird. So let me try to explain this a little better. All right. So think about this. You're never going to ask this girl on a date. You may have already tried, and maybe she said she really liked you, and she said yes, and then she kind of like said, oh, I can't make it. Let's do something else later. I'll keep in touch, and you're texting with her and stuff. So let's say that happens. Okay, you're clearly in the friend zone. She's no longer really attracted to you. You don't think, and so try this strategy. Invite her out, and don't say, hey, you want to go out, do anything or date. No words like that. What you want to do is say, hey, you want to go meet up with, me and some of my friends. We're going out to this place, and then make sure at this place that you're going to, it's got some girls that you know and guys that you know, and call them up before and invite them out and say, hey, let's go over here, and then like go and meet them, and then what you want to do is make sure that you spend time with them too. Okay, now let me explain this. Now, you go there, and you've got your friends there, and you know these girls already, and then she shows up, and what I see a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll go straight and just like start talking to this girl and ignore all their real friends, and they'll just be like totally consumed with just dealing with this one girl. Okay, not only is that kind of rude, but it's just that's not going to accomplish what you want. Okay, what you want is for her to see you interacting with these other women. Okay, it's that simple. You want to see her, you laughing and touching and like having fun with other people, so that automatically she's going to want some of that. Think about it. She's going to see you having fun, talking to these other people. She's going to want that attention. She's going to be like, hey, this guy called me and invited me out. Why isn't he talking to me? But you do want to talk to her, but you want to talk to her about the same amount of time that you're talking with all these other people. And when you do talk with her, you want to don't just talk just to her. Talk to like the other people around her. Like talk to the group. Don't just talk to her. Because when you do that, those kinds of things, then what you're doing is you're kind of showing her, listen, I'm this kind of guy that, I've got these lot of other friends, I've got these other girls that are around me. I mean, I'm not like completely gaga about you. So she sees a little bit of a different side of you. She sees a little tiny little thing. And sometimes that might be just enough to, push you right out of the friend zone right there. Okay? And then what you can do is as soon as you notice that, hey, she's really kind of trying to like get your attention more, and she's trying to get after you, and she's trying to capture everything with you. Okay, that's when you start building attraction. Okay, then go straight back to that boy toy, fun, laughing a lot, flirting. that kind of stuff. So then all of a sudden now you get back on the attraction curve again, okay? Build it up and build it up and build it up, and once you get to a point that you know that she's totally into you, okay? That's when you start to maybe you pull her aside and you bring her off. You say, hey, let's go over here, or go up get a couple glasses of champagne and bring them. And say, hey, let's go over here and talk. I got this for you just because I think that's when you're gonna start being this like kind of turn that page in the rapport building. Okay, all right. So now it did occur to me that some guys out there, um, okay, so let's just add this to the slide here. Value is the key. So build value. Build it as much as you can. Build it by showing her that other women are attracted to you. Okay, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like um, other girls that that are your friends. If you flirt with them a little bit, they like it. You know they like it. Okay, and it's just fun. Girls love to be flirted with. Okay, it's but they just don't like when it's creepy and when it's awkward. That's when it's like they hate it. Okay, so build a. Okay, I can't. This is like the basis of everything right here. Build value. Um, this is the key right here. Okay, so I'm giving you like a huge thing here. This is the key, like with a lot of things. It's really powerful. Okay, so like I said, it did occur to me that some of you guys out there may not have like a vast stable of women you can just call and be like, hey, meet me over here. You meet me over here. Be my friend. You're just gonna act like my friend. No. Okay, so I understand that, and I'm gonna give you like the ultimate, like a couple ultimate tips that you can also use to do this, to get this effect, and also like maybe even increase it like 10 times more. Okay, there's just no telling, depending on how you play it off, how much value you can get out of that move like this. All right, so here's the setup. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna like go to a restaurant or someplace a little bit early. Okay, this is kind of for the lower level. I'll tell you the even higher level one in a little bit. So like the lower level one is you go to a restaurant or bar or something like that, and you go sit at the bar and introduce yourself to the bartender. So you're gonna introduce yourself to the bartender, and then you see some waitresses and stuff. Introduce yourselves to them. Don't be creepy. Just say like, hey, maybe you come up with some story like you used to work in restaurants and blah blah blah. You knew how it is. Maybe you did work in restaurants. I worked in restaurants before, so like, just they're friendly. People that work in restaurants are typically pretty friendly. And once you speak to them like friendly and fun, they're all about it. Okay. So talk to them, get to know them, get to know their names. You don't have to know their life story, but just get to know their names, remember their names. Okay. Anything else man, I can't stress this enough. If you can't remember anything else, I'll give you a memory tip at the end of this. Okay. Remind me, memory tip. So remember their names, and then when this girl comes in, okay, what you're gonna do is introduce her to the staff at the restaurant. Okay. Now this is gonna do a couple things. Okay. One, what it's gonna do is it's gonna be kind of weird. It's gonna be a little bit of an pattern interrupt in you. She's gonna be like, whoa, who's this guy that just kind of comes to the restaurant and all the staff knows him? What's up with that? Huh? And it's gonna add just a little bit of intrigue, and maybe that might be enough to like get you back on an attraction curve. Okay, you gotta pay a lot of attention to this. Okay, the second thing it can do is it could be fun, and it's going to like show her again that same kind of thing where, if you're around a lot of people and she sees you interacting with those other people, she's going to look at you at a different angle. She's going to see a different side of you is what I'm trying to say. So that can also help get you back on the attraction curve and adding value to you, in terms of this attraction kind of model, and then build up more attraction. So then you can, stay on this and then later on, like we talked about. Okay. So, the other thing you can do, now this is for the ultimate guys, okay? If you are just like, you're a badass already and you can just like pull off just about anything, okay? What you can do is go into a circle of people, like you go to this place beforehand, okay? Let's say it's a bar, more like a bar, not a restaurant. You go to a bar and you see a group of people there that are just kind of hanging out, a circle of friends, and you just kind of go in there and you just kind of like bust into that circle. And I say bust, I mean you just kind of like slide in there and you get to know these people, get to know their names, you start having fun, buy some people some drinks, stuff like that, get to having some fun with them. Okay, then when this girl comes in, she's going to see you having fun with all these people, okay, and then introduce her. As soon as she comes up, you introduce her to all these other people, okay, and you may have some of these girls that are in this group already attracted to you a little bit, so they're going to like kind of, you can be a little flirty and, tease them a little bit, and she's going to see you interacting with them, all right, and then what's going to happen is you're going to then you're going to use the exact same thing. She's going to see a different side of you that she hasn't seen before, and you're going to tell her, you're going to go like this, hey, yeah, oh, I just met these guys like right when I got here, and she's going to be like, what? You just met these people? Oh, that's weird. Okay, and I guarantee you that's almost exactly what she'll say. She'll say, oh, that's kind of weird, but she's really going to be intrigued, and it's going to add a lot of value to you in terms of who's this mystery man that can just like walk into a room of people in a bar and just like meet some people and just start and get to know them like they're like your best friends. Okay, so now that's a pretty advanced thing that you can try. I would say work with that a little bit. You may need to get some more instruction or get some more knowledge about how to like make that work. I know there are courses out there. I've got a couple on my site, so check those out. But that's the thing. You got to use this kind of really this value power. Okay. Don't worry about anything else and really just build value in yourselves by having other women appear to be attracted to you or actually really be attracted. Really the ultimate goal here is for you to be the type of guy that just has all this confidence and that really just you're walking around and you just know girls are attracted to you. You just have this air that, girls are attracted to you. When you walk someplace, you know girls are attracted to you. You know they're looking at you. You know that stuff. Okay? Once you get to that kind of level, then then you can really kind of do some kind of like social circle busting, and kind of these kind of like click busters. You can be like a click buster, and my goodness, I mean that is so strong, powerful when you can introduce this girl to all these other girls. Man, I mean it's like you will look like a demigod at that point. Trust me. Okay, so all right, just a quick recap on everything we got going on here. To get out of the friend zone, you want to add attraction. The other thing you want to do is do a lot of touching, very friendly, flirty touching. Have fun with this. Really have fun. The last thing, is really don't skip over that attraction curve. Make sure you remember that there's this attraction thing happening, and if you could graph it, it would be literally just like a curve like this. It would just look straight like that. Don't go into the rapport area, okay? Because remember, rapport over here, this is the friend zone, okay? This is where you're stuck. You're way away from being attracted to her, or she's not even attracted to you anymore because you're like gonna like babysit her cat. Okay, so don't ever babysit someone's cat. Like if someone that's another thing. All right, finally, I told you I was gonna give you a little memory trick. Okay, so this is a great way to remember girls, anybody's names. Okay, I do this all the time. I mean, I was talking to a girl today, Cara. Okay, I saw her and I was just like, oh, Cara, but this is what you do. Anytime you meet somebody and you get their name, what I want you to do is picture an animal. Okay. Now don't just so say Cara. Think of a cat. Okay, Cara the cat. And just in your head, you have to do a mental picture of a cat. So envision a cat and say Cara. So say, oh hey Cara, nice to meet you, and then look in your head and think about a cat. Okay. So think of Cara and think of a picture of a cat. So what you're doing now is you're tagging this idea of this name with this mental image, okay? And together, it's very difficult to forget that, okay? So next time you see her, you'll think of a cat, all right? And you're going to know that, what's her name? Cara. So do that. And I literally, I was sitting in this room, and it was this situation where everyone had name tags. I was just like literally going around the room and just visualizing an animal with this person's name. And then like after that, it's pretty funny if you just walk up to somebody and just say, hey, what's up, Tiffany? What's going on? And they're like, what? How did and you didn't look at you didn't be like, oh, your name tag, and then you actually just tell them about that little secret. You just say, oh yeah, well I do this memory thing, and I was just doing it because I was bored during this talk, and I was just looking at people's name tags, like, oh that guy's name's Tom, and that guy's, and that's something funny, and that's a good icebreaker actually. I've done that a number of times, so use that. Use the little memory trick, okay? Use the name memory thing. Remember somebody's name beforehand, especially if they got a name tag or something like that, or you just happen to catch their name. Do the name thing, or when they introduce themselves, picture an animal, Okay, you remember people's names. Anyway, thanks a lot again for visiting the site, and this is a talk about getting out of the friend zone. My next talk is going to be about basically how to figure out if a girl, when you see a girl and a guy walk into a bar, how you can kind of like approach them and figure out if they're together or not. Okay, it's actually really simple. The video, that video one's going to take half as long as this one. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.